Okay, Lupe, I'm doing another video for you. This time I've uploaded my electronic version of the text so that you can see what I'm doing. I was wrong. It's actually two paragraphs here. But in any case, I wanted to show, let me increase the size here so you can see what I'm talking about. So when you do structure, I'm not asking you to look at each paragraph individually, as I said in the previous video. I'm telling you, I want you to tell me how he organizes those that each idea, the information that he wants his audience to know, and basically tell me why you think he does it. And just like I said in the last part of the last video, I said for structure, I'm not asking you to tell me each idea. You've already done that. What I want you to tell me now is, why do you think he starts the first couple paragraphs talking about, what I mean by this is Thucydides. Why do you think Thucydides begins talking about the funeral rites? Why in the second paragraph does he move to talk about, in detail, explain what kind of a speaker the person who is going to be giving the speech for the fallen soldiers has to be like? And like I said before, it's not, you don't cut these out like in part one. You've already done that. All I'm saying is that you would group this. You would say again, I'm repeating again what I said in the last video. If I were doing it, I would say for my structure paragraph, I would say in the first two paragraphs in Thucydides' funeral oration, Thucydides' Pericles' funeral oration. Thucydides begins talking about the funeral rites for the fallen soldiers. Also, he details what kind of a person the speaker at the funeral had to be, what he had to be like, the kind of citizen that he had to be. Next, in the next part, in the third paragraph, is when it's only then that Thucydides begins to tell his readers exactly what Pericles said. If it weren't for if it weren't for him in the beginning explaining the funeral rites, maybe the audience wouldn't know maybe the readers wouldn't know exactly why Athenians, the importance of the funeral, for instance, or the speech. As you can tell, Lupe, I'm kind of helping you get it started. Let's go ahead and move on. And I'm going back into the text, so it looks like many of those who have spoken here, blah, 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 say about the funeral that I shouldn't be talking because the soldiers already have honor. He still continues to talk about that. He talks about why, okay. I should be, okay, so the next thing right after, if I were a student, I would do, after I said that, Thucydides is talking about the funeral rites and why he does it, I would say, in the next couple paragraphs, or the next paragraph, Thucydides then tells what Pericles is saying. And he first says that Pericles first wants to maybe get the Athenians' attention, knowing that they're sad. So he wants the Athenians to know that he maybe sympathizes with them, and he understands that nothing that he can say will be able to be enough to honor these men. So he says this probably in order to bring the audience closer to him, so that they'll listen to him, to be more personal with him, to have the audience identify with them, okay, or something like that. In the next paragraph, the next thing that Pericles says is that he's going to speak of the ancestors and what the ancestors did in the legacy of Athens. And basically, in the next few paragraphs, he goes on and talks about how Athens is so great. And he says that in order for the audience to understand the sacrifice that their children's sons, fathers, have done, so that they don't feel like their child or son or husband died in vain. He does this for Pericles, according to Thucydides. Pericles probably does this in these few paragraphs, because he knows that he needs to win the audience. So I'm going to make one more video, and then that should be enough, Mia. Hopefully this will help.